Well, I'm a new crafter on the block, and this is my first video. So it may not be perfect, but what I want to do in this video is make you comfortable with all the colors available in distressed ink and distressed oxide, and how you can mix these colors, even adding possibly other inks that you might have that are more permanent. Okay, so this is an example of how I keep organized with my distressed inks. Because color is really important to me in all my crafting, my journals, my watercolors, my acrylics. So I always like to have my paintbrushes with my acrylics, my favorites, my watercolor brushes, and of course with distressed inks, we use these, of course, and then we use daubers. This is a great way to stay organized. Don't fill up the whole thing with the inks. Instead, get the little daubers. So this applies to this one, Salty Ocean. This is for this one. This is for Mowed Lawn, and it just goes back and forth. Fired Brick and Seedless Preserves. And I have the same with this. I keep the daubers in the middle, and everything is organized. And if I forget what a color looks like, let's say I don't know where the dauber is, I will often flip it over. Now, I didn't do it with this one, but good, because I can show you. Peacock feathers. What I'll do is I'll go to the back, and I'll put a big, to look at it at its darkest, because that will start to fade anyway. It'll fade a little bit. And so that's if you misplace this, you still know what color that looks like. Now, for an example and a demonstration of how I use and I mix these colors. Again, I have to apologize for my lighting, but this is my very first video, and I watch everybody. Everyone from Treasure Books, G. Kerr, Shabby Dabby Doodah, Carolyn's Craft Tree. I watch everybody. If you watch them, I watch them. So anyway, this is white lace, and I usually don't use pure white, but if I like the lace, I always color it. Now, the easiest way to get this ivory is put it in coffee. And I keep my coffee in the refrigerator, very dark. I put this in, and then I decide how long I want to leave it. You don't have to, 1 minute, and you have a nice ivory lace. But let's say I want to do it, I want more than just ivory, I want a color. So let's say I'm going to be working on a denim journal. That's my next journal project. So I want to use blue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Salty Ocean. No, actually I'm going to take the Archival Ink Faded Jeans. Okay. Because I know I'm going to need lots of little pieces of lace for this project. And then this is my dauber. Now, Archival Ink doesn't put a white sticker. So you put your own sticker, and as you can see, I put my own sticker so I can clearly see the color. That's a good jeans color. I'm going with it. Now I'm going to just brush it on. And I do the other side too, because you never know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. But because my denim journal is next, I have blue on my brain for everything. I'm recoloring every kit I ever bought all the words, making everything blue. And I do a lot of art in Pages. I use iMac, so I do a lot of art in Pages. So if anybody here uses Pages, I can teach you a lot of things to do, how to recolor, and so on and so forth. And so you see, just like that, I did both sides because this side took it a little bit weird, but as you can see, I now have just like that. See, nothing comes off. See, I'm rubbing it against the white paper. It's already in there. It's on my fingers, but is that a beautiful denim lace? Just like that. And, you know, there's a little white here, so I could go back in and fix it a little bit. But there you go. 2 seconds. And I have a piece of lace for my denim journal. And now for one more color, we might as well. I want to mix 2 colors together. So let's make believe we're looking for a purple that's not too red. We want a purple that's not, doesn't have too much plum in it. So Seedless Preserves, which I'm taking out here. Okay, it's called Seedless Preserves. This is the dauber for it. Oh, sorry. I turn it over. Oh, see, I did already do that. See, so that helps. Now, that's very, very plummy, right? It's got a lot of red in it. It's not really a purpley grape color. But what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take my lace, go over it, and then do the other side. Very fast. And you always want to do this on a white piece of paper. There's so much you can do just with daubers, honestly. Different shaped daubers and all your different distress stakes. Okay, so that's a pretty color, but it is definitely on the plump side. So now I'm going to take a blue color. Which would be the bluest color. Oh, I have Dusty Concord. Wait a second. I forgot about this. Dusty Concord. Now this color is very purpley, but it's very dull. It's not a bright grape color. But I want a really pretty purple color. So I'm going to do this quickly so it stays clean. And I want it to mix with that nice bright Seedless Preserves color because I do like that. I'm going to flip it over because I'm also, after my denim journal, I'm going to be doing a lavender journal. So I got purple on my mind too. See, this is ready for a little ephemera cluster, or see, you go like this, nothing comes off on the paper. See? It's already in there. It's not coming off. You got a nice color. Purpley, but not so red. And if you want it even more bluer, just go back in. Now, let's look at this color on its own. Let's see what it looks like. I find that it's has a little too much black in it for what I want my lace color to be. That's why I didn't use this straight up. I mixed it with the seedless preserves. Now, once I have my colors that I know I'm going to use, I just keep going back to it. But this is the way sorry. Wrong top. Dusty Concord. And it's dusty because it's a little dull. It has a little black in it or whatever they used over at Holt Studios, Archival Studios. But now you have fun. Mix them. Mix them. So this is the difference, and this is really what I wanted you to see. This is mixing two colors together. One that was too plum, right? Little plum in the middle there. A little too plum, and this was a little too dull. I think you could see it now. Just move that